Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has the links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there, follow me across all my social media platforms, and talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Now, with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about Derek Carr. Oh, he's in the facility. Derek Carr is meeting with the New York Jets and has been there for a few days. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. Derek Carr is visiting with the New York Jets, sitting down with the New York Jets brass, and, going through the motions, talking and figuring things out, and we'll see where it leads. All right. Now, we know Derek Carr has also met with the New Orleans Saints as well recently. And I think that he's going to go on a tour trying to figure out the best fit for him and, talk to different teams about options with them. Now, he was also photographed recently at a restaurant sitting down with Sulla and other members of the staff in the front office. So that was nice to see. And what I do not want to see is New York Jets fans go crazy if he leaves this, this time with the New York Jets without a deal in place. Whoa. Okay? If he doesn't, it's fine. Okay? Because again, the New York Jets, Joe Douglas, Sulla, and everybody is doing their due diligence. Okay? Everyone knows, according to all reports, rumors, even some of the players that have kind of hinted towards it, Aaron Rodgers is pretty much our number one option, right? He's the guy that the New York Jets are going to be all in on. But there's questions about Aaron Rodgers. And also, when you look at the landscape of the situation, Derek Carr is a phenomenal quarterback. And I've said this from the very beginning. I think that Derek Carr is the most realistic option for the New York Jets. And I think he's a great quality option because he can come in here and be amazing as well. So the Jets are doing their due diligence and trying to feel him out, okay? And a lot of the things that you want to learn about people or learn about a player like Derek Carr, you're really only going to learn if you're in person with him. You get to sit down and talk to him. Figure out, hey, what do you like about this offense? Do you feel like you'll be able to work with Hackett, our brand new offensive coordinator? What are your thoughts about the weapons? Do you like Garrett Wilson? Do you like Elijah Moore? CJ, Uzama? Do you like him? Do you like Tyler Conklin? What about our running game? Do you like Breece Hall? How do you feel about New York in general? Do you feel like this is a place that you can thrive? Do you feel like you'll crumble or crack under the pressure? All of these are questions that you need to ask. Also, feeling him out in his personality. Is he a good fit for the team? Do you think he'd be able to mesh well with this locker room? Those are all big questions that you can really only kind of gauge and get a feel for a guy as if you're in person. Now, him not being able to get a deal done here, whenever he decides to leave or whenever they decide to part, if there's no deal in place, I don't want fans to go crazy because you got to look at the other side of the coin as well. You got to look at Derek Carr. Derek Carr, I'm pretty sure, is going to continue on a tour to shop himself because he said from the very beginning, he's been very forward with this, saying that he wants to make the best decision for him and his family. Okay? He said that from the very beginning, from the jump. All right? So what I think he's going to do is go around to all the QB-hungry teams that are interested in him and see what they're going to offer. That's huge. Not just money, but, weapons, see what their facility looks like, talk to their offensive coordinators, talk to the coaching staff, see where he feels the most comfortable and the most set up for success. What would do good for him. All right. He's been very clear about that being one of the sticking points for him moving forward and wherever he wants to go forward within his career. Now, when you look at this situation as well, it's a very smart by the New York Jets front office to do their due diligence on Derek Carr because Aaron Rodgers, albeit he is the number one option from everything that we've heard, right? He's the guy that they want. There's a lot of questions with Aaron Rodgers, man. This whole darkness retreat thing and him trying to figure out his life, right? There's questions when he comes out of there that could really throw a monkey wrench in the New York Jets QB situation. And you want to make sure that you have other options available and ready to you. One of those questions with Aaron Rodgers when he comes out of this retreat is, hey, Aaron, do you even want to play football or are you going to retire? Right? That's big. The other question is, hey, Aaron, do you want to play with the Green Bay Packers or not? That's a big question. The other question is, hey, Aaron, do you want to be a New York Jet? Or do you want to be a Raider? Or do you want to be a Titan? Or do you want to be a Buck? Or do you want to play for the Niners? All of those teams have been linked to Aaron Rodgers, right? Those are a lot of questions to ask a guy that is going to come in, potentially and fill one of the biggest holes on the New York Jets roster that we've had for years to come. So what the last thing you want to do is miss out on Aaron Rodgers because maybe he wants to retire, or maybe he wants to stay a Packer, or maybe he wants to go play with the Raiders. You don't want to miss out on that guy and have pie on your face and not have done any due diligence elsewhere with other quarterbacks to see if they would fit with your squad, especially which is the best option, the best second option to Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, right? So one of the things I really like about Carr is that he costs you nothing, right? He's a free agent. The Raiders have released him. You don't have to give up any capital, no picks for him whatsoever. So that allows you to continue to build your football team. You can use your capital to fix your offensive line, the safety position. Some people scream about the linebacker position. I wouldn't mind if we added another pass rusher. All that capital will still be there because Derek Carr only costs you money. And that's where I'm getting into it with a lot of other Jets fans, man. Let me tell you, I've had some back and forth with Jets fans that don't want to have anything to do with signing Derek Carr because they do not want to pay him what he possibly is going to be asking for to get paid. Listen, Carson Wentz is washed by all accounts, right? Every Jets fan that I've talked to think Carson Wentz sucks. Okay, cool. I'm not tripping, right? Carson Wentz, on a year average with his career, with his contract at this point, is making $32 million a year. Quarterbacks get paid in this league, even if you're not that good. You'll still get paid. If you're a guy that a team feels like can start, that's good enough. You're going to get money, okay? Derek Carr is going to get paid. But that is not going to hinder us as much as a lot of people believe it is because, again, Joe Douglas is a great general manager. He can draft, right? But also, you can set contracts up so that it leaves you opportunities to re-sign guys. A lot of Jets fans immediately start screaming, well, how are we going to get a deal done with Quinnen Williams if we sign Derek Carr? You can still get a deal done. You just got to finagle Quinnen Williams' contract in a way that he gets paid big money when Carr isn't getting paid the most money, that he could possibly be getting paid that year. There's all kind of ways you can manipulate the cap. And believe me, the Jets front office will be all over that. People screaming about paying Sauce and Garrett Wilson. And listen, those guys are not going to be up for contracts for quite some time. But when it comes and it's time to get those guys done, I'm pretty sure Joe Douglas is going to make sure that those guys stay Jets as well. Bringing in Derek Carr is not going to absolutely destroy us cap-wise, especially due to the fact that the cap pretty much goes up every year, and nobody knows how much the cap is going to be in the next 4 to 5 years. So I'm getting into it with a lot of Jets fans, and the biggest problem is that the quarterback position, which if we end up with Derek Carr, if he's been the guy, he would solve the biggest issue on the Jets roster that we've had problems with for years. The list of quarterbacks here go on and on from Sam Darnold to Geno Smith to Bryce Petty to Christian Hackenberg to Ryan Fitzpatrick. My God, he was terrible year 2. To Mark Sanchez to more recently Zach Wilson, who I have a radio show. People call him on a weekly basis and say that he sucks. They don't even want to trade him. They want to cut him because he's so bad, right? So it's like, come on, man. This guy would solve an issue here that we've been having for so long. It would put us in a position to move forward and possibly, make a push in the playoffs and possibly be a Super Bowl contender. Like, come on, man. We got to stop this. We got to stop all these excuses of why we can't bring in solid quarterbacks. Like, come on, man. I'm done with that. I want firepower. I want a guy that can get it done, and Derek Carr can. 4,000-yard seasons, got Pro Bowls under his belt, been to the playoffs, all that stuff. I want that. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. How do you folks feel about Derek Carr visiting Jets? How do you feel about Jets fans that don't want to have nothing to do with them? Comment down below. Let's go back and forth. You folks have a good one. Peace.